In this video lecture, I will be explaining rule of product. So what is rule of product? If there are m possible outcomes for first stage and if for each of these outcomes there are n possible outcomes for second stage, then the total procedure can be carried out in designated order in mn ways. Or we can tell this in another word, if I have two tasks T1 and T2, okay, and the task T1 and T2 are to be performed one after the other. So in my previous video lecture, I have explained rule of sum. So where sum rule, when we will be applying sum rule, when we say there are two tasks T1 and T2 and one of the tasks should be performed, both the tasks should not be performed simultaneously. Here we are saying we have to perform T1 and T2 one after the other. Okay, so T1 and T2 are to be performed one after the other. Okay, and if T1 can be done in m ways, m different ways, okay, task T2 can be performed in n different ways. Okay, so both of the tasks can be performed in mn different ways. Okay, so remember one thing, rule of sum when we are going to apply, when one of the tasks should be performed. One, we are going to apply product rule when both of the tasks should be performed. Okay, so if more generally we can say, if we have k tasks, okay, so if we have k tasks, so that means we have T1, T2, T3 or Tk that are to be performed in a sequence, and T1 can be performed in n1 different ways, okay, T2 can be performed in n2 different ways, and for each of these and suppose T3 can be performed in n3 different ways, then the sequence of the tasks T1, T2 up to Tk can be performed in n1, n2, n3 up to nk different ways. Okay, so let's take one example. If a person has to select, or we can say a person has 8 shirts and 5 ties. Okay, so how many different ways of choosing a shirt and a tie? So there will be 8 into 5, 40 different ways of choosing a shirt and a tie. If we say a person has to select either shirt or tie, then it will be 8 plus 5. That means we are going to apply sum rule. But here a person has to select shirt and tie both. Then we are going to apply product rule. Okay. Let's take another example. Suppose a restaurant sells 6 South Indian dishes, okay, and 4 North Indian dishes, okay, and 3 and 2 cold So 3 hot drinks and 2 cold drinks. And then for a breakfast, a student want to buy 1 South Indian and 1 hot beverage, and so he want to select 1 South Indian, okay, and 1 hot beverage, or 1 North Indian and 1 cold beverage. Okay, so then he can have, so what he should do? So I think question is clear. Restaurant has 6 South Indian dishes, 4 North Indian, 3 hot beverages and 2 cold beverages. So for a breakfast, a student want either 1 South Indian and hot beverage, means this combination, or he want North Indian with cold beverage. Okay, so the first task, I mean the first thing is, if he want to have this breakfast, then what he should do? How many South Indian dishes are there? There are 6 South Indian dishes. And how many hot beverages? 3. And he if he want to have this one as a breakfast, this combination as a breakfast, then there will be 6 into 3 different ways. Okay, same way, if he want to have this combination as a breakfast, then how many North Indian dishes are there? 4. And why we are writing we are multiplying 6 into 3? Because when we have to perform both the tasks, then we have to apply product rule. Okay, and when we say either first one or second one, then we need to apply sum rule. So first combination is with this South Indian, he want this combination, so he want both, so 6 into 3. Now North Indian, total 4 dishes are there, so 4, and 1 cold beverage he want, so total 2 are there, so 4 into 2. So this is the second way of having the breakfast, this is the first way, and either this way or this way. So either the first combination he'll be having as a breakfast or the second combination, so we have to apply plus, because this or means plus. So 18 plus 8. So there will be total 26 ways, okay, a student can buy his breakfast items. So hope the concept of product rule is clear. Thank you.